got a little extra in that tank, too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he hasn't lost a tick off that fastball, that's for sure. Feeling good out there. He won't be able to finish it. But could get a giant second out right here.
They turned a double play in the first inning. Koki Joe bats, ball one.
Look how much Koki Joe's crowding the plate. He too, we're talking about it, but it even more important here with the bases loaded, and that's the game-winning run at third base.
Nope, foul.
We saw that against Venezuela. There was bases loaded, and it was a tying run.
Yeah.
And they ended up, we talked about the hands over the plate, ends up getting hit. And they ended up coming back and winning that game for Japan.
Well, and Verdugo in this spot, too, not afraid to throw that fastball inside, even with the bases loaded, even in a spot like this to where one run ends it.
Japan's got 2 hits in the game. They're both from this inning. Another one to Koki Joe. And we will have a pitching change after this batter if he can retire Joe.
Verdugo, he's fired up on the mound right now. He's got a lot of emotion, which I love to see. He's focused.
He's got 10 strikeouts, the big fella, 5'9", 180. Throwing to Koki Joe, bottom 7 of the International Championship game. Ooh, Joe got out of the way of that. That hit him, the game ends. Forced at any base. No need to tag a base runner at home. This is a big one, 2-2. Oh. And now you're looking at 3-2.
Of course you are.
2-2 so big. You really want to avoid this.
You could just hear it in the crowd.
So, got the pitcher looking up, looking for some help. He had the shortstop a couple pitches ago, making the sign of the cross.
The only walk he's allowed was to the first batter of the game. Up the middle, they're going to need 2. They get 1, and that's it. Japan will win it on the force out at second, and they are the international champions. For a second, I thought we were going to see a flip and maybe a throw for a double play, but no. Armenta dove. He got it to Villa, who's down on the ground with his head in his hands. And there was no play for the second out, and Japan wins it in the bottom of the 7th, 1-0. Last 3 Little League World Series, Japan now 6-0 against Mexico. They went 2 for 24 in the game, and they win it.
Only 2 hits in the 7th inning. These kids from Mexico gave it everything they had, though, Nomar. This was a great ball game. Ball hit hard up the middle, but just not enough time to turn to.
Yeah, great effort there. There was just nothing they could do. I tell you, this is one of those games that it was going to be disappointing no matter what for the other team. I mean, both teams fought hard, battled hard. We saw incredible pitching performances today. And Japan once again coming out on top.
Armando Verdugo on the mound was sensational. You played a 7-inning game in which both starting pitchers lasted the entire game. And there he is, the Lion. The Lion King was roaring today for Verdugo. And both of these teams put on quite a show for the near 40,000 that are here watching, and certainly those who are watching at home on television. Japan Japan will play tomorrow for the Little League World Series Championship. This Kitasina Little League has been there in 01, 07, 2012, and 2014, and they won it all back in 2012, and they did it in 2001. They try to win their third Little League World Series title tomorrow.
They've gotten to know this drill pretty well.
Yeah.
Going out to get the
banner.
A little bit of hardware.
Okay, how about this is Kikuchi. Kikuchi's thrown in 3 of their games. He's their ace, and I think this was the best game he's pitched in so far at this Little League World Series. He was incredible.
And there's different spots during the course of the game that he needed a strikeout. There was a few times in each that he got it at the biggest time of the ball game.
Yeah. A couple years ago, we saw a pitching duel between Japan and Chinese Taipei that I just never thought could be equaled or bettered, and today we had it here with Japan and Mexico. Could not ask for a more competitive baseball game as Japan gets 1 run on 2 hits in the last inning. It was the extra inning, the bottom of the 7th inning. So there's joy for the Japanese Little Leaguers from the Kitasina Little League. And a real tough loss for the great kids from Mexico who played their hearts out. Jamie Sawyer joins us. The United States Championship game coming up after this message and a word from our ABC stations.